Okay. So I wanted to,
Nothing going for me right now.
well,
Well, I had to call the doctor today because to tell him I think I'm having an adverse reaction to this medication because my all of my joints hurt.
yeah.
It hurt it like if you sleep on your one shoulder too long, you're it.
So today at lunch, I was like, okay, we need to have some direction. And we have so many new coaches and even people who have been coaches that maybe have reignited their business or like, hey, I want to do this. Like I sat down. I mean, I was a coach for 2 years before I decided to actually do something with it. So I thought, what if we do a new coach kickoff group and that we're all in this together? And even if you're not a new coach, it doesn't matter because everyone can benefit from this, that it's going to be a push and just kind of like bring back some of that excitement and kind of kick off the funk of maybe school starting and injuries and ailments and like all the things that happen. I feel like August and September for everyone as a whole is really hard just because kids are getting back in the swing of things. We are getting back in the swing of getting, all their stuff. New things are happening. So we need to kind of dial back in and go, okay, we can kind of refocus again. So when I decided to take my business seriously, though, I had to figure out how to do that. And I had no idea how to do that, honestly. I mean, I kind of did, but I really didn't. And so we all know the 4 vital behaviors, but today I watched a video that Lindsay Gray did on her new coach training, and I really liked it. She called it the 4 core. And they're core behaviors that will build your business if you do them. One is to show up. Show up and do your workout, do your shake every day. Non-negotiable. Those 2 things. And if you are injured or whatever, just change it. If you, like there are things that sometimes I cannot, like, or I should not do. I should listen to my body to switch out, like on days that I teach, a cardio day for a weight day, that maybe I'm not doing double cardios. Or that when I pulled my piriformis, I really should have done more yoga and lower intensity things, but still taken that and made that part of my story and said, hey, I tore this or pulled this teaching turbo. I'm still going to try and teach, but in the meantime, I'm going to do this lower impact, lower intensity of 3-week yoga retreat and give my body time to rest. Or I'm going to do country heat or, something else. But that I'm still able to show up and take my fitness, take my health seriously, even though I have even though I did this, right? And then for me, my shake really is, it is a non-negotiable. If I don't have my shake, my entire day is off, and I am in that pantry like a mouse, like looking for all the crumbs, like eating it all. So those 2 things, show up and be you. Like I told Gunderman this week, she invited me to her it's a free group, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I love it. It is, I opened it and I thought, holy crap, I've never seen a group like this. Like it has a scary face guy, like, and this is the group. And I'm like, that is freaking awesome, because most people are like, oh, it's fall, I'm going to do a pumpkin and blah. And she's like, no, we're going to talk about Freddy Krueger. I don't know what she's going to talk about. But I said, yes, I want to be in that group because she's showing up and she's being her and she's being different. And that's what it really is. So, I mean, it is cool. I do like that all of us do the Triller, but sometimes it's like, man, I did that because I was different. And I know that it is different because no one's going to choose the same songs as we do, and everyone puts a little their own different twist on it. But that's, what it is. Like, come up with something that's just you. Like, Jessica does amazing makeup. Please use some more tutorials and show me how to do that, because I do not know. And people want to know stuff like that, even if you're not, selling makeup. I don't know how to do that. My mom does not wear makeup. So any girl tips I take, because I don't know how to do that. Jen Berry knows how to do her hair. I don't know how to do that either. I have only learned how to be a girl based on my friends, like how to be girly, how to put eyeliner on. My friend in high school taught me how to do that. I did not know how to do that till then. But that's the graphic people want to know. I share meal planning and recipes because I can cook. Why? Because I like to eat. So I just figured out how to do it healthy. So that's what I share, and how to get my kids to eat. So that kind of segues into bite. And really, if you're sharing it in your stories, in your news feed, you're connecting with people and you're messaging people. And even to go to the football game and you have your beach bar and you're eating your beach bar and you're like, this is so delicious. People are like, what are you eating? I have never seen that bar before. Where do I get that bar? So trust me. It's amazing. And my kids eat them before I can have them. This is what it is. And so they're just talking to you and having a conversation. It doesn't have to be salesy, but you're already connecting. Or, when you're at work and all your stuff's all meal prepped, you're bringing all your stuff and people are watching and they're seeing what you're doing. They're seeing your progress. And even if you feel like you're not making progress, you're still trying and you're still in it. And on the space to be upfront and be like, man, I stumbled today. Because it's not even like failed. You're just like, I had a cupcake or two. Or I'm going to dizzy and I'm going to eat so much ice cream is getting awesome. I'm going to get that kitchen sink. I don't care. Because I don't want to miss out on the experience of that and sharing a kitchen sink with my children because of what my diet, my nutrition says. But to be real and upfront, that this journey is not so strict and horrible that you can't live your life, because that's what it is. It's giving people an option to live a healthier lifestyle and not live in restrictions and boundaries and tiny containers that they can live in. So personal development. Gunderman asked me this a couple of weeks ago. She personally messaged me and goes, where do you get all your content? Like, did you come up with that? Where does that come from? And I kind of had to pause. I'm like, well, up until probably 2 years ago, I always felt like I posted the same things all the time. And really, it started coming from me legit doing personal development and being consistent with it. So I always had the intention of reading a book. I have 6 books probably on my bedside table, of which I maybe read 1. Because I don't have time. And I know that sounds silly and like an excuse, but legit, with 2 children, I can't find or I don't make time to sit down and read a book. I would rather help you guys than do that. So what I did was I downloaded Audible and I listened to a book on Audible because that's the only way I can do it. And full disclosure, I'm not the best reader and I get easily distracted. So I have to read a page 3 times to actually absorb what I'm reading. So Audible. And now I've read like a book a month, which was my initial goal, but I kept trying to do the same thing that wasn't working. So I propose that we all, however you want to read it, or listen to it, we go through a slight edge together. And that you read a chapter a day, listen to a chapter a day. The Slight Edge is a business-based book. It's super popular, but there's 18 chapters. So this should take us 18 days. So there may be days where we don't get to read a chapter, but then the next day you read 2 chapters or 3 chapters or what have you. But if we do a chapter a day, then I think we can do this. Because I always wanted to run like a new coach group, but I didn't really know how. And I kept waiting to figure out like the perfect system. There is no perfect system. There is no perfect system to run your business. I'm going to tell you that everybody runs their business. Jolene runs hers different than mine. I run mine different than Jen's. I for sure run mine different than Christina. You're all at different places. And our lives are very different. So you have to figure out what works for you and show up as you. That's why I show up in my t-shirt, because this is how you're going to see me. Would I like to be pretty and dress up like my Facebook picture? Yeah. But really, you're going to find me in my yoga pants and my tank top with my hair not washed 9 times out of 10. Or at least 4 days out of the week. That's what's going to happen. So, one, that we will be using the business activity tracker. So let me share my screen. So again, I don't know if you can see this or not. If you haven't seen it yet, I'm going to show you what it is. So print off 4 of them. And I say print 4 because we're going to continue to chat and use this, but this is what the business activity tracker is. I'm going to check everybody, so don't look at this teacher stuff. It's just a way for you to check on consistency, see where your shortcomings are, and then that way you can check off your workout, check off your shake. And honestly, I don't necessarily cross off every box every day. When I saw this, I was like, I don't do all this every day. I don't. Because I still work a part-time job and teach class and have a football boy and dance girl, and I like to see my family from time to time. So not all the things happen. So don't think I have to do all this all at once. But making connections every day, and that is just in your day-to-day life, talking with someone, following up with your people. And when you print this off, you could just jot down the people you talk to and who you have in mind, because if you write it down, it's out of your brain. You have to get it out of your brain and onto paper or your computer or your phone or however you think. You need to dump your brain out so that you don't have to remember one more thing, because that's where I'm like, oh, I'll have to remember that. And then I forget, and then I never get back to that person. So you have to write it down. What?
If you don't have access to a printer, they have this as an app. I just found out about it this week. It's called SC BAT. So if you don't have a printer, or if you are on vacation and you still want to keep track and you don't want to keep papers, you can have this app, and it changes every day. It'll clear it out the next day, and you can go back to your previous days and see what you've done every day. You can pretty much, it's like little bubbles, and you can check them off every single day.
That's awesome. Okay, so when I post this video, will you put that in the comments?
Yeah.
What's it called, Jen?
SC, Success Club, and then BAT, Business Activity Tracker. So it's abbreviated. SC,
so smart.
And then space BAT.
Perfect. See, and I'm not the person that uses a lot of apps, but maybe somebody else is really good at that. I like Chicken Scratch. I have Chicken Scratch all over the place. but then showing up in some version of your story. And you can be creative to this. You could just like do a boomerang and be like, writing out, they have to say what it is. Actually, because then they're like, what are you working on? This looks different. This looks different. That lifting workout you is doing. What is this? And maybe say it's only 20 minutes a day, 20 minutes a day, whatever it is. Like, I could do that. So start introducing those things, or recognition that, you know, like today I did, that was from a year ago, that Ashley dropped like 6 pounds or something in a week in the free group, you know, but that's trailing into the new free group that I'm going to have coming up in a week. So when you're doing that, so you can write a plan and say, I have this coming up, it's coming up. So, you know, next I'm going to run my free group. So I need to be putting.
You're cutting in and out a lot.
Oh, sorry. Maybe if I stop my share.
At least for me, I don't know about anybody else.
Okay. Stop share. Okay. Is that any better? Is that better? Okay.
Yes.
So if you have a free group or a paid group coming up, you could share in your story, like every other day, what to expect or results or something like that. So you're sharing in your breadcrumbing a little bit. It doesn't have to be your whole story, but you're sharing in there what is upcoming. And they'll ask you, like November 1st, that pumpkin mocha is coming. Yeah. I think I have a recipe for pumpkin mocha muffins, brownies, with the new recipe. Share. So yeah, and then since this is, you know, you're starting to take your business seriously as a business, have a conversation with families, or your significant other, your children, that when, you know, Greg and I used to watch TV, and he was on one couch and I was sitting on the other. We watched Grey's, or Friends, or Big Bang, and we would sit and watch that. Well, now he goes upstairs and plays this game. We were sitting on the couch, and I'd be like this. But how many teenagers do you see look like this? And they're just like scrolling or playing a game or something else. But that's how I work. But they don't understand that. They think I'm just checked out and that I'm not interested in them. What is she doing? And she's on her phone or blah, blah, blah. So you need to have a conversation with your people and say, hey, I'm going to dedicate this time for this long. And if I can just get this done, then I'm going to be present. And maybe not every day, maybe every other day. Be like, you know, Sunday afternoon and Wednesday night, whatever. Because I did not start this way. And Shauna Penny, who is Christina's Millionaire, she does a lot of her stuff in like 1 to 2 days. So it's however you want to do it. If you don't want to do all of it every day, if you want to schedule it out, you can do that too. We talked about that last time. You can schedule all your stuff out. And then, or like a week, if the month seems too daunting to you, you could schedule out a week. And then it's off your brain for a week, and you're like, I got done. I love checking stuff off. So if you're a list person, you like cross stuff off, I just have to check it. Okay. So you need a planner so you can write all your stuff down, or a notebook, or your phone, or however you like to see your plan. Get your plan out. Have a conversation with your people. Like, hey, I'm going to do this for the next few weeks. I really want to give this a go. So you have your love and support, and they don't think like, oh my gosh, you're lost her mind. That might be whatever. And then we'll do the slight edge together. Because if we wait for everything to be perfect and things to align and, you know, have the perfect group, that won't ever happen. It just won't, because nothing is perfect. And that's kind of how this business is. You just go, I'm going to try this. I'm just going to throw it all kind of spaghetti and see if it works. And it's great. It's great. maybe it'll be great. Run this challenge group for X amount of time, and it's awesome, and everybody listens to opens, and it kind of fizzles out, and you're like, well, I need to do something else. And that's kind of goes. And so then you do a fitness one, a bush pumpkin one, and then do it all centered around fitness. It's yours. You can change it and revamp it. And it kind of changes with what's going on too in people's lives. So what does everybody think about this?
I think it's good. I feel like we need to schedule like a new coaches meeting to go over like the handbook. And I'm not a new coach, but I'm new to working it.
Yeah.
I'm still learning about working it. And I say you just set it for whatever day works for you.
Okay.
Works for the majority of people, and leave it at that. And we could still do a Facebook group with like a Zoom call or whatever, or where we post videos or whatever. But I think that it was beneficial when we met with Christina. When people had questions about things, they were like, oh, it's so much easier. It's simpler than what I thought it was. Sometimes those things get lost in translation on a video or a post or something like that, or just reading a piece of paper. So maybe we schedule like one every other month or something like that. Christina talked about how she does one a month or whatever, where the people come to her house. But if that's too daunting or whatever initially, or maybe we rotate whose house it happens at, or a location. One person's responsible for setting the location, whether that be their own home or a church, or I would say probably not like Kroger. I mean, I had a meeting there the other day, but that was just me and a couple other people. So, yeah. But coming up with something, even like McAllister's, sometimes they have ones where there's like an extra room, or just anything.
I liked it when we were doing them at Kroger, especially like Sunday, but Sunday kind of gets tricky because it's people's church days and things, right, and family days. And honestly, I would forget because I was trying to be with my family. And then Saturdays are sports days for a lot of people with small children. But I like Wednesday nights to jump on here like this. Because, and Jen lives further away, and Megan just left my house too. But I like getting together and doing something once a month.
Maybe we rotate it then. Like once a month we do a Wednesday on here. And then maybe the next month we do something in person.
Yeah.
But that's why I say, like, because I know with basketball season coming, we're going over schedules already. And I thought my practices were going to be 8 to 9:30. But that doesn't work for the other coach now, who's not really a coach, but for their kid and another kid. So now we're looking at doing like 12:30 to 2, which I hate, but I'll do whatever's best for the team. So yeah, I'm just saying.
So for this, though, since we're going to do it for 18 days, I would like everyone to show up in the team page and just post like, hey, I reached out to this many people today, or I made a new contact today. It doesn't even have to be a lot of people. Just I shared the fact that you can have on demand for $39. Hello, that's huge. And you get more volume from that. Or like that busy mom. I don't know if you saw that graphic that I put in the free group. It's like a busy mom's bundle. And it was energize, hydrate, and beach bars. And someone actually reached out to me and was like, can I get this? Will this still be good by Friday? And I'm like, yeah. Because those are all things that a busy mom, like a sports mom would use, or anybody would use. You could use the electrolytes. You could do the bars as a quick, on the go thing. And, I'd rather people drink Hydra or Energize over those Bang things. So, yeah. So I would like to come up with a game plan. Try and get a Slight Edge by this weekend, and then we can, get it this weekend, whether you get half price books or you want to do Audible, whatever you want to do. And then Monday we start rolling, like reading the book. I figure too, this would be maybe a good time that people are doing fall break, that when they're traveling, they could read in the plane or on a car or a bus or a van. Yeah, or maybe just a little downtime, but just to really ignite everyone, and so we are in this together.
What's the name of the book? I was in the other room.
The Slight Edge.
Okay.
Message me with it.
Is that on Audible?
Let's see. That's sad if it's not.
I could have sworn I had Audible on my phone.
I have Audible, and
Like, I keep seeing the summaries. I
do too.
Summary.
But what is it called again?
The Slight Edge.
I don't know why I can't remember that. By Jeff Olstein?
Yes. Wonder if we could do change your thinking, change your life, Brian Tracy.
I was going to say, did you look at the library? Can you check it out for free from the library?
Probably. What if we do that? What if we do change your thinking, change your life, Brian Tracy? And it's narrated by him too. That's awesome. Looks like this.
Okay, we have 6 minutes left.
William James wrote, there is a law in psychology that if you...
Let's do that. Let's do change your thinking, change your life, since it's on Audible. And I know, well, in the group, I don't think it's very much either on Amazon if you order the book, or you can get it at the library too. And so I'll post a picture of the book on the team page. So, but it just really is it is a good book. I started to read it. It's one of my books that I started to read that I have. And I've read a chapter or two. So there's that. That's how it rolls. So, yeah. So grab the book, and then I'm going to post the video of this. And then once I post it, write below what your definition of success is. And then what about this business is fun to you? So what is your definition of success? And what about this business is fun for you? Okay.
Where are you posting this?
So I'm going to post this video on the team page. So as soon as I upload it, and then I'll put it in the team page so other people can watch it. And then right on there, what does success mean to you? Whether it's, you know, financial freedom, whether it's emotional freedom, or maybe both, or that you have freedom of your schedule, you get to choose what you want to do. Or for me, like, I wanted to be able to take my kids to Disney from my Beachbody money. You know, so that was a win. Paying off my car, like, and it doesn't have to be big. If you don't have like super huge things, that's okay. It's whatever makes you happy and drives you to want to grow and to do more. All the smiles. Okay. Ready to smile. Okay. So you'll have a wonderful night. I'm so glad you jumped on here. And